Hey. Hi. Welcome, welcome. I'm back. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live, you guys. Welcome. Please tap the screen and share the live for me, please. I'm back. I just finished the live with the beautiful Dr. T. I had a great time over there, having discussions about different things that we do with as women. I love your page. I literally quit a job because girls would not quit staring at me. Wow, Miss Victoria. Yeah, it's usually pretty difficult as an attractive woman in the workplace. It's just what we go through. You know what I mean? Why do people stare at me so much? It makes my anxiety bad. So, Miss Victoria, whenever you see something that looks really nice, what is your reaction to it? Do you look at it? Do you glance? Or do you marvel at its beauty? Thank you, Uncensored. You marvel at its beauty, right? That's all it is. You're beautiful. You have a beautiful energy, a beautiful aura, and that's why people stare. That's it. Yeah, I joined your live with Dr. T. Great live. Thank you, Shay. I had an amazing time over there. Dr. T is hilarious, first and foremost, and she's also very intelligent. She's a brilliant woman, and I have a lot of respect for her. So I had a great time over there. If you guys missed it, sorry. But we had a good time over there. Okay, thank you. It makes me angry because I'm shy. So I'm glad you brought that up, Miss Victoria, because that is what I'm going to be talking about tonight, right? I'm going to be talking about how to be more comfortable in your beauty, how to use the power of glamour to your advantage, right? Now, I wrote my ebook, Glamour Galore, and I wrote it to help women get comfortable with their beauty, get comfortable being beautiful, and get comfortable with how the world reacts to your beauty. I also wrote the book to help you manifest with your beauty because that's what it's for, right? It's there for you to use to your advantage. Pretty privilege, being beautiful, being gorgeous, having a bright light, having a beautiful aura and energy. That is there for you to use to your advantage, okay? So now I do have a couple of rituals in the book that you can use to help you with this type of thing. But I want to go into detail tonight and talk about this. Now, I made a video today and I talked about cosmetics, right? And I basically broke down the etymology of the word cosmetics. Now, I know I talk a lot about beauty and just being a beautiful person, right? Being a beautiful woman, being born naturally pretty, right? But I also talk a lot about beauty products, cosmetics, makeup, because if you guys don't know, I was a makeup artist for over 10 years professionally. So I'm very familiar with this stuff just on a natural, mundane level as well as a spiritual level because of all the spiritual work that I've done. And I specialize in glamour magic. That is my specialty, right? So I want to help you guys get comfortable using these tactics to help you manifest and get those opportunities that you want and live the life that you desire by using your own energy, right? So the etymology of cosmetics is cosmos. Think about it for a second. The cosmos is the ethers. It's the sky. It's the atmosphere. It's the dark matter, the void. This is the divine, you guys. There is a divine energy behind this stuff, behind your cosmetics, behind your beauty products. Makeup. Think about the word makeup for a second. Makeup. Now, to make, it could also mean to create. Right? Up. You're moving upward. You are ascending. This stuff has an energy. Everything you see around you has an energetic. The clothing you wear, the home you live in, everything has an energetic. Everything is in existence because it is vibrating. Everything around you is vibrating, which means there is an energy to it, right? And when it comes to beauty is at a very high vibration, which is why the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Think about this stuff. Think about it. Okay? Why? Why would the beauty industry be a multi-billion-dollar industry? It's because of the energy, right? It's a frequency, right? This is all energetic. It's all spiritual. And I really need you ladies to understand this on a spiritual level so that you're more comfortable with your beauty. You're more comfortable in getting dressed up. You're more comfortable in looking the part so that you're no longer feeling guilty about being pretty. You're no longer feeling shy or super self-conscious about how people receive you, right? I don't want you ladies to go around hiding yourselves because you don't want the reactions that people are going to give you because you're pretty and you look good, right? Being body conscious or self-conscious can really make or break you in the things that you want to accomplish because you need that inner confidence and you need to be very comfortable with looking. There's a lot of women that don't like to look at themselves in the mirror, and that could be because of trauma you may have experienced, or maybe you have had a lot of negative comments from people that were intimidated by you, right? Very confident. It's like it's uncomfortable when they just sit there and stare at me. Yeah. And you have to, don't take it personally, because you got to realize some of these people are a little, I wouldn't take it personally. Now, personally, what I do, if I feel uncomfortable in a space where people are just staring at me, because sometimes it can be the envious stare, just say protection prayers over yourself so they don't siphon your energy, right? I talk about this in the book, okay? So, the number one thing to help you, ladies, get more comfortable with your beauty and using the power of glamour, like I always say, is to get in the mirror. Get in the mirror. Not just to get dressed in the morning for work, but to really get in the mirror. Now, this can be glamour magic as well as mirror work. You need to get very comfortable with what you see in the mirror, right? Remember, mirrors are portals. Those are portals in the mirror, right? And this is another great way to manifest your desires by getting in the mirror, right? You can use the mirror to elevate your glamour, to increase it, or to even heal, right? Heal your pretty hurt and your trauma. A lot of women don't like looking in that mirror. They don't like to actually look at themselves intently, not just by, I'm so beautiful and I have such a pretty face, but intently, like in the soul. The eyes are the window of the soul. So when you're looking in your own eyes, right? You're looking in your own eyes in that mirror. The things you say to yourself, the things that you say to yourself when you stare at yourself in the mirror from the windows of your own soul, you manifest that stuff. So if you are telling yourself negative things when you stare in the mirror, you are going to manifest whatever it is you're telling yourself. So you better make sure that you are telling yourself positive things when you stare yourself in that mirror. Okay? So instead of reiterating the fact that you may be shy, you tell yourself in the mirror that you are confident, bold, and courageous. And you are not afraid when people look at you because you understand that they are marveling at your beauty. I spoke in the mirror before my driver's test last year and got it. See what I mean? That right there. I'm going to pin that comment. Because this is what I'm talking about. She did mirror work on herself about her driver's test and she passed it. This stuff is highly effective. It's so simple. It's so simple. It's so simple, and it's very, very, very effective because you're using your own energy, right? Let's say you have a job interview and you want people to perceive you a certain way. All you got to do is get in the mirror and you reiterate that. You reiterate whatever it is that you want that person to see in you. This is glamour, y'all. Celebrities do this all the time. Actors and stuff like that. They use glamour so that people can perceive them a certain way, right? Why do you think people love Beyonce so much? Thank you, Miss Erica. Beyonce is notorious for glamour. Notorious. Okay? This is why people love her so much. This is why people support her so much. Nicki Minaj, that's another one. Glamour. Okay? You can use these tactics on yourself so that you can manifest opportunities. You can have people respond to you a certain way, right? But this has to be a conscious and consistent work. It can't be one time. You have to be very intentional. So let's say you do all of your glamour work on Thursday nights. Okay, so this is something else you can do, which I did mention in the book, by the way. You can take your mirror, your handheld mirror, or you can look in the mirror in your bathroom or whatever, and what your most favorite lip gloss or your favorite hairbrush. You can use those tools and charge it with your energy, and then you put your intention into that product for whatever result you want. So let's say you grab your lipstick and you look in the mirror and play around with your lipstick, and you say, every time I wear this lipstick, I'm going to make $100 more in a day. Right? Or every time you wear this lipstick, you are going to attract 5 more clients and customers. Right? Or every time you wear this lipstick, someone's going to stop you and give you a free lunch. Whatever the hell you want to manifest whenever you wear that lipstick. You do it enough. I'm not even bullshitting y'all. It's literally every time you wear that particular lipstick, like you charged your energy, that thing that you're trying to get to happen is going to happen. This is a conscious work. Again, it's all about what you're trying to manifest. It's very specific to you. You can tailor this any type of way you choose to. Any type of way. Let's say you have your favorite hat. Right? You wear your favorite hat. Every time I wear this hat to go work out in, I'm gonna do 3 more reps or whatever the hell, y'all. It can be something so simple. You do that thing enough, you're gonna see results. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I used my glamour magic and my rituals to attract my wife. Literally. I used it to attract my relationship. I also used it to, and the way I did that is self-love work. I used glamour magic and self-love work. Getting in that mirror, getting comfortable with how I look, getting comfortable with who I see in the mirror. Not just with how I look and how pretty I am or whatever, but like who I am as a person. I had to reiterate that I am love. I am love, right? I am the example of God's love. I am trust. I am peace. All these different things. I had to reiterate this stuff. And I did this on a very consistent basis. Sometimes it feels like if we sing with what was upon us, Desmond wouldn't scream to the moon. I'm not sure what you're talking about, sweetie. But we're talking about glamour, okay? So you have to be very intentional about it. You have to be very what is it why do you put makeup on? Why do you get dressed in the morning? Why do you fix your hair? Why do you do these things? What is it that you want to take place because you don't want to be unintentional. You don't want to just do stuff and then things just happen. You don't want to live a life where stuff is just happening to you. Well, I don't know how that happened. You never want to say that. Well, I don't know how that happened. well, I don't know why this took place. No, you get to a point to where you're intentional about what shoes you put on that day. And this stuff sounds silly and a little mundane, but it's once you get into it, it's very effective. Thank you for the affirmations. That is what I have been struggling with, is people staring at me. Grab the book, sweetie. Grab the glamour galore book. I promise you, after you read that book and you start doing those practices, you're going to have so much confidence. You're not even going to worry about people staring at you. I promise. Because you're going to understand that you're beautiful and you have a light, and that's what people do when they see a beautiful light, right? Okay, didn't know I'd find Barbie on my FYP today. You're so pretty. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I want women to build their confidence, gain more confidence in themselves, in the way they look, so they won't feel like something is wrong with them when somebody stares at them. You won't feel like something is wrong with you when you walk into a space and you feel the energy shift. Thank you for that gift, honey. I don't want you guys to cower at your own beauty, or to feel like something is wrong with you, or question yourself, or doubt yourself. I want you to get very comfortable being a diva, honey. Right? Sad to say, but I dim my light because I feel like I'm protecting myself from evil people. Now, here's an interesting thing. If you would like to repel people from you, you can use glamour for that as well. I don't necessarily teach it, because I think that attraction can help you elevate, but you can use glamour to repel people. Now, if you want to do that, that's totally fine. I would not say to dim your light. Shine as bright as possible. But there is a way that you can spiritually protect yourself from people so they don't infiltrate your auric field. You don't necessarily have to dim your light or hide yourself. I want you to get comfortable in your light. I don't want you to dim your light. Don't dim your light for anybody. Never. Because you give them your power when you do that. When you hide yourself or dim your light, or you don't show up as your true authentic self, you are giving them your power. Your power is for you. It's like you're handing over your life force to another person for them to do whatever the hell they want to do with it. And if you're going to be empowered, you have to empower yourself. Imagine the word empower being I'm powered. Empowered, I'm powered. Right? You have to walk in your authority. If you want true authority and autonomy over your life, you have to take charge. You don't give people your power because you want to hide to avoid negativity. It can be effective, but it's going to do is cause you to feel even lower, because you're just putting yourself on a lower vibration. Thank you for the follow, honey. And you don't want to do that. If you really want to elevate and ascend, you're going to have to rise to the occasion and be courageous. You're going to have to come out of that shyness and stop being so afraid of what people think, or being afraid of being perceived. I see that a lot with ladies who want to be content creators, or they want to do something great in life. Don't be afraid of being perceived. You're speaking the message I've needed to hear. Oh, thank you, Kay. I'm glad you're following me, honey. I want women to be empowered by their own energy, by their own beauty. Right? You don't hide yourself. I want you to get comfortable with how you look. I want you to get comfortable with who you are as a person. I want you to get comfortable with your own essence, right? And you do this by looking in the mirror, y'all. Y'all got to get comfortable with that. Because what happens when you look in the mirror is that you start to see yourself on an energetic level. Now, what happens also, if you do this work regularly, things are going to start to come to the surface. Different traumatic events you may have been through, some hurts are going to resurface. Things that are really painful to resurface, because you'll start to see the little girl in you. You look in that mirror long enough, you're going to start to see the little girl in you, right? And then you're going to start to see the things that you've been through throughout your life from childhood. Now, this is a conscious work. Remember, you're going to start to see all of these different things. All these things are going to flash across your mind that you've been through, things that you have experienced in life, disappointments that may have happened. You may fall out and start crying. I'm not even going to lie to you. You may just fall out and just boo-hoo, snotty nose, start crying. You need this. You need to allow the emotions to come up. This is where your healing comes from. Allow yourself to feel it. I went through this in the gym today. Wow. Allow that shit to come up. Because if you avoid the healing process, you're going to continue to cower. You're going to continue to hide yourself. And if you want to achieve really big things in life, you are going to have to stand up and take your power back. You're going to have to do it. You're the only one that can. No one else can do it for you. Get comfortable in that mirror. You want your glamour to go to the next level in order to manifest things. You're going to have to get comfortable looking in that mirror. You got to get comfortable doing it. That's the first step. Second step, like I said, charge your items with your energy. Your body sprays, your lipsticks, your mascara. Whenever you're in the mirror at your vanity table, by the way, vanity table, that's your vanity table is your beauty altar, right? You have a specific spot that you do your makeup or fix your hair. Your energy is in that space. Cultivate that energy and put it into all of the products that you use, right? So whenever you put all of this shit on, you feel empowered. Your vibration has been raised. You're like, ooh, I look good. You're ready for the day. When you look good, you're ready to tackle the day. All right, so I got this stuff to do. I got this to do. I'm going to get all this stuff done. It's going to empower you to get things done, right? It's going to empower you to get your day started, right? Now, another thing you can do, which is my personal favorite, let me see if I can find them, is I bought these the other day. Auto charging items. Smells like witchcraft. Okay, so you're out of here. Thank you. I just don't have time for the negative comments or comments like that. I don't have time for that. If this is not your jam, just leave. I just don't have time. Anyway, so another thing that I really like to do is I love to do my spiritual baths and have little candles like around the tub. So I'll do like candles. Yes, mirror work was painful at first. It is. It's very painful because you see yourself. You see yourself for who you actually are, not who you're trying to create yourself to be, for who you really are. It hurts like hell. It hurts. But this is all part of mirror work and glamour. When you really get comfortable with who you are as a person, your essence, your glamour is going to go to a whole different level. I'm telling y'all. So once you do that, thank you for joining my team, honey. Once you do that and once you start to charge your items and things with your energy, I realize how down and sheltered I look. Wow, it's crazy. Another way you can increase your glamour is doing spiritual baths with your candles, right? Where's my crystal? Get you a few of these. Hold on, let me see. Get you a few rose quartz. I absolutely love rose quartz. They promote femininity. They promote kindness. They promote self-love, right? Get a few of these, y'all. Put it around your tub. You got your candles going. You have your rose quartz. You can put in your favorite little oils, right? Yeah, I have a lot of rose quartz. Yes, and I want to get me some more. I want to get me some more of these. I have this one. You can even, if you want to hone in on your glamour and really increase it, carry a rose quartz with you. Definitely for protection as well. Definitely. Thank you, Hustling Queen, for sharing the live. Carry it with you. If you really want to get more comfortable with your beauty and using it to your advantage, carry a rose quartz with you. Where's my little, I'm looking for my little compact mirror. You can carry thank you, Diana. Carry a rose quartz and a little compact mirror with you in your purse, right? Carry it with you. You can even charge your compact mirror with your energy. So whenever you look into your little mirror to fix your makeup, you're doing your mantras in your mind. Like, it's all mental. All this stuff it's in the mind, right? So do your spiritual bath. Get your candles, get your oils. Where is my beauty oil? I usually keep it up here. Even down to the perfumes, y'all. Perfume is another way to elevate and increase your glamour. I got my compact mirror in my purse, honey. Okay, listen. This little compact mirror or my makeup compact mirror, honey, I gotta have it. It's in the purse. Okay, it's in the bag. Gotta have it. Okay. Bling it out, honey. I'm about to order me so many different little rhinestones. I want to bedazzle everything. I literally want to bedazzle it all. I want to bedazzle everything. But perfumes you wear, y'all. I'm out of this one. I gotta give me some more. The perfumes you wear, like every time you spray this perfume on, you're gonna get positive reactions from people. Like, you can literally use everything you have, y'all. Use it to your advantage. I love, hold on, approve your comment. I love looking at myself in the mirror as well as glamour. Yes, bling everything. Yes, see, all this stuff is glamour. Now, I want y'all to put it into a practice, right? Your clothes, your hair, your perfume. Yes, put this into a practice. When you're really intentional about glamour and what you put on your body, because everything has an energetic. What colors you like to wear, the perfumes you like to use, the shoes you like to wear, you're going to start to notice a lot of other things elevate in life. When you're intentional about what you do with yourself, everything else is going to follow. You're going to start to get more intentional with the energy of your house and how your house looks. You'll decorate. I think that's a big part of glamour as well. Your surroundings, your environment, right? How you decorate your home, how you keep your car, right? And then it's going to translate over to where you like to go. You're not going to like to go to places that's run down. You're going to want to go to places that's a little more glamorous, luxurious, has a good feel, has good energy, right? All this stuff is going to translate over into your life. Then you're going to get particular. Thank you, rid of me this. You're going to get particular about where you work. You're going to get very particular about who you're around, who you allow in your life. Then you're going to start to see opportunities come. You're going to start to network with people that are on that same vibration as you. My favorite aunt had mirrors everywhere. She was gorgeous. Now I know why. I love mirrors. Love mirrors. Mirrors. I love mirrors so much. When you start with yourself, doing your glamour on yourself, you're going to notice a shift in everything else in your life. How your home looks, how your car looks, what type of car you want to drive. You know what I mean? Where you like to go in your spare time. The places you want to experience. The people that you are in contact with. Where you work or how you make your money. All of that stuff is going to change. Right? You're not going to settle for certain things anymore. When you start doing when you take your glamour seriously, you're not going to just settle for anything anymore. You're not. You're not going to settle. If you're looking for a new job, right, you're going to be very intentional. Okay, what type of energy? What type of people are there? I'm not going to do no hot ghetto stuff. I'm going to work around people with some sense. You know what I mean? You're gonna pay attention to the other people that work there. You're gonna pay attention to the energy and the space with the other people there. How they interact with each other. You're gonna understand and realize that your energy is currency because you keep increasing your glamour more and more and more and more. And with that glamour, it's gonna put you on a higher frequency. You're gonna start to all because you're doing your glamour, your mirror work. All because you're doing that with intention. with intention. You have to be very intentional about this stuff. This is how I was able to know that my wife was going to be the person I was going to be with. Because while I was doing my self-love work and I was very intentional about my glamour, I was also in my celibacy journey. So I did all this stuff all at the same time. Hi Nisi, my celibacy and self-love, right? Learning who I am, what I like, discovering me again. And I'm doing my glamour. So everything started to change. It changed so much. I moved out of my home state. I moved away. Right before I moved away, I got a brand new car. Moved away. Excuse me. And my wife and I ended up getting married. Everything shifted and a lot of people fell off. When I got intentional about my energy, my glamour, my magic, and all of that stuff, a lot of stuff fell away, but I gained a whole lot. I'm telling you, I elevated. I elevated. I did. I did that shit. Okay? I did that shit. And it was all because I was intentional. I was intentional about where I wanted myself to go in the future. But it starts with something as simple as looking in the damn mirror and doing your healing work. Like, seriously. Like, it's things that I had to face within myself that I didn't want to face. But had I not done that, I would not be where I am, because you can't skip the steps. You have to take every step. You can't skip it. Let me read that comment. Hold on, honey. My friends fell off and now I'm moving to West Coast. See what I mean? When you're intentional about your energy, your magic, your glamour, your power, when you're intentional about that stuff, you're going to see a whole lot of shit fall off. But then you're going to look again and your life is elevating. Right? I can't even relate to the people that I was in proximity to before I moved and stuff. And even before I started really taking this stuff seriously, because I've ascended out of that. And it's not to say that they're bad people. They just can't relate to what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as doing mirror work can literally change everything for you, because you're intentional about your healing and you're intentional about where you want your life to go. You got to be intentional. Hold on, let me read these. Yes, be very intentional and mindful. Self-love. Listen. And that's in the book too, about self-love. In Glamour Galore, I talk about glamour and I talk about self-love. Those rituals that are in there, those are rituals that I personally came up with. And you can tweak it however you need to, right? But those rituals, I did those rituals for years in order to get to where I am now, thankfully. Oh, thank y'all for the gifts. Y'all so sweet. Hold on, let me cheer y'all. Yes, I appreciate it so much. Thank y'all so much. But you have to be intentional about this stuff. And I think this is why I'm so passionate about what I talk about, especially when I talk about beauty and glamour, because I've seen what it's done for me. Thank you, Nisha. I've seen what it has done for my personal life. I've seen it. I remember when I was doing makeup and the many hundreds, even thousands of faces I've done when I was in the beauty industry, the conversations I've had with women, I'm doing their makeup and they're telling me about things that they're going through in life. And it's almost like a therapy session. They're venting or telling me what they've gone through, and they look at themselves in the mirror after their makeup is done, and all of that is gone. Their whole energy shifted up because they elevated their look and they had someone to talk to pour into them, right? I take what I do very seriously because I have seen what it has done for people. I remember this one lady. I will never forget this lady. I forgot her name. I'm an esthetician and I specialize in lashes. Yes, that happens. Yes. So this was a long time ago. So this was when I was working at MAC Cosmetics, and this lady came in to get her makeup done, and she had really, 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 really short hair, like not even a half an inch long. It was very, very short, and she had very, very sparse eyebrows. So we're talking and stuff. She's telling me the type of makeup she wants to get done, whatever. So we're talking. She was going through she had cancer, and she was going through all of her treatments. Right? So this lady was getting ready for I think she was going to a birthday party or something. Came here from your live with Dr. T. Thank you, honey. So I'm doing her makeup, and I mean, she's just telling me her entire life. And I feel like I have the energy to have people feel very comfortable around me to be able to open up and express. I just have that energy. So she's just running it, and I shared space with her for her to be able to do that with me. She was going through cancer. She started to, tell me about all the different things that she had been going through in her life. When I was done with this lady's makeup, I had to fix it a little bit because she started to cry. She had told me that she hadn't seen herself look like that in about 10 years because of how her illness had affected her. Like I said, her eyebrows were she had a few hairs because she was losing her hair. She's losing her hair, losing her brows and everything. I put little lashes on her. Y'all, she gave me the biggest, tightest hug and was like, oh, thank you so much. I cannot wait to go to this event, this party, whatever. I forget, it was a birthday party or something like that. She was so excited. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. I have seen what changing your appearance and changing your heart can do for a woman. I've seen it. I've seen what an entire makeover can do for a woman. And it seems so mundane and so frivolous or silly, but it's not. Because to a woman, the way she feels about herself and the way she looks can really affect her mental. So this is why I always pour into women and give that friendly reminder to women that you are beautiful, and it's absolutely okay to be beautiful. You don't have to feel guilty about this. You don't have to feel bad about it. You don't have to feel like you're being vain, because I understand as a woman, this is important, right? This is why, aging and things of that nature is so important to women. Remember, beauty is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now we can go into the whole spiel about patriarchy, misogyny, Oh, we shouldn't give into the misogyny. We should just be natural and accept ourselves for who we are. All that's fine and great. All that's great and fine and wonderful. However, all this stuff that we have available to us, it is there for us to use to our advantage. Why not use it? Why not? Why not put the lipstick on? What's wrong with putting on a lipstick, right? What's wrong with putting on a new dress? What's wrong with that stuff? I don't like the fact that people try to make it bad or wrong because you want to enhance your beauty or the way you look. There's nothing wrong with that, right? When you put that shirt on in the morning or you put your pants on, you weren't born with that shirt. You was born naked. So is it a crime for you to have clothes on now? Let's be for real. You know what I mean? So when you brush your teeth, wash your face, was that natural of you? You know what I mean? No. It's just a little embellishment. That's it, right? It's an enhancement. There's nothing wrong with enhancement. Hell, there's nothing wrong with exaggeration if that's your thing. If you want to over exaggerate, because I wasn't born with pink eyes, pink eyeshadow, pink eyelids. I wasn't born with that, but I wanted to put it on because it's pretty. I wasn't born with pink earrings, but I like it. So I put it on because it's enhancement, it's embellishment, right? It's to some people overdoing it. Oh, you doing too much. Oh, that's just too much. So what? So what if it's just what so what? Let's just say all this stuff that we talk about is just absolutely absurd and silly. So what? So what? Who cares? This is why I continue to make my content, because I don't care. I don't care if people think this is silly. I don't care if people don't get it, they don't understand it. I don't care. Because I've seen what it's done for my life. I have witnessed it. Okay? Putting your best foot forward and putting effort into the way you present yourself in the world can literally change your life. It can put you in rooms that you probably never thought you would be in. It will connect you with the people that you didn't think you could be connected to. Just by looking the part. Something so simple. It's so simple. It's so simple. And I think it's because people like to overcomplicate everything. It doesn't have to be complicated. None of this has to be complicated. It's so simple. The amount of ease it is to just look in the mirror and start telling yourself, I love you. I love you. You look in the mirror, like really intently, I love you. I care about you. I want the best for you. I want God's destiny for your life. Tell yourself stuff like that in the mirror. Do it for a whole week. That's my homework for y'all. Every day you get up and you hold on. Let me where are them affirmations at? Probably. Hold on. I'll just yell them out. So every day for 7 days, I want you to get in the mirror, write this down. You tell yourself these 5 things. I love you. You tell yourself this in the mirror. I love you. That's number 1. Number 2, you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen. That's number 2. Number 3, you are destined for greatness. Tell yourself that in the mirror. I am destined for greatness. I want God's best for my life. You are fully equipped for every good work. Tell yourself that in the mirror. Them 5 things, do that. Look in the mirror for 1 whole week. You do that long enough, your life is going to take a big shift in the right direction. I'm telling you. All about just getting in the damn mirror. That's it. Charging your items. When I put this lipstick on, may the words I speak lift up other people. When I put on this lipstick, may the words I speak bring money into my life. Right? You put, for you visual learners out there, every time I put this lipstick on, may the words I speak bring money back to me. You could even include a dollar amount, right? May the words I speak bring me prosperity. May the words I speak when I wear this lipstick bring me abundance. May the words I speak when I wear this lipstick bring me peace. So every time you wear that lipstick, that's the intention you set. Or every time you wear that particular mascara. This for you visual learners out there. Every time I put on this mascara, I will see the glory of God. I will see God's goodness for my life. I will see my vision. I will see what God is doing for me. Right? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? May every time I use this brush, to do my cheeks or my blush, may smiles be upon every other person's face. Like stuff like that. Glamour magic, yes. Everything with intention. Everything. Yes, yes, I am. Thank you. Yes. Right? Like Solange said, do nothing without intention. And I mean nothing. When I put on this foundation, may I set the foundation for my life. Y'all, are y'all getting me? God, when I put on this concealer, may you conceal me from all evil. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? God, when I put on this concealer, may you conceal me from all hurt, harm, and danger. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are y'all picking it up? Are y'all picking it up? Exactly. Your words are spells. Right? Your words are spells. Right? Do nothing without intention. This is the power of glamour, y'all. This is the power of glamour. What I'm talking about right now, is the power of glamour. Now, I will be selling these again. I got to put them back on my website and get in contact with my vendor. All these different colors. Every color has a different meaning, right? Every color has a different energy, all right? Glamour magic is also protection magic to pretty women. It is. I'm so glad you pointed that out, Miss Delusion. I'm glad you pointed that out because it most certainly is. Every time you put on the color green eyeshadow, prosperity. Every time you put on blue, truth. Every time you put on purple, intuition. Every time you put on yellow, focus. Y'all have to understand. Everything has an energetic. Everything. Just got in an argument about my looks. This girl called me a half-breed. We weren't even arguing about. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Y'all gotta pick this up. What? Okay, I had to get that spirit on out of here. All right. This is what I talk about in my ebook, y'all. Glamour galore. Glamour galore. Y'all get it. Get the ebook. I go in deep detail about how this stuff actually works. Okay? Whenever you're putting on your moisturizer, same thing. Affirm. Use everything. When I cook my food, because it doesn't go just to glamour. It's anything. When I cook my food, I recite Psalm 23. Every time I cook, I'm reciting Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me along the right path for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, when I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I do it all the time. When I'm cleaning up, I'm reciting that. Why? Because of what's in it. That scripture alone covers everything. It covers everything. Protection, prosperity, abundance, peace, joy. It covers everything. That's why I recite that scripture. That one scripture. Now, I got plenty more I recite, but that one in particular, every time I'm doing some type of ritual or practice over myself, I start with that scripture right there. Now, I'm going to give you that for free. Psalm 23 can change your life, and I'm not even joking. That one scripture can change your life. I had to pray quick. My looks disturb her. Right. You have to. This is why I talk so much about spiritual protection and spiritual knowledge. And even how Miss Venusian said, glamour magic is protection for pretty women. It is. This is why I encourage you guys to really dive into this. This can protect you. It can help you. It can elevate you. It can. Why do I know this? Because I've done it. What I wrote about in my book, that came from me. Psalm 91, baby. That is the most powerful protection prayer. Psalm 91. Psalm 91. Powerful. Psalm 89. Yes. Now, if you want to reverse some stuff, Psalm 35. Yes, my grandmother gave me Psalm 91. Yes. You want to reverse some stuff, Psalm 35. You want to get you a red candle. Red. And turn a thing around. Psalm 35. Okay. Also, if you want to use scripture for glamour, go to Song of Solomon. Song of Solomon 2, to be specific. Powerful. The way Solomon was speaking about his wife, about the woman he was going to marry. Really read Song of Solomon. It's like a romantic, poetic poem thing they got going on in there. I think they actually got it on in that scripture, to be honest. The way they was going back and forth, honey, they got it on. Okay, use that. I used Song of Solomon a lot for my love work. My love magic, I use Song of Solomon a lot for that. Can use it for self-love work as well. Song of Solomon. Y'all go in your Bible. Listen, I know we're in a deconstructing Christianity thing. I don't use the Bible to like thump it on people's head about, heaven, hell. I use it. I use it for magic. Okay, I use it to do my work-ins. That's what I use it for. The Bible's a very powerful tool if you use it using the scripture with witchcraft. Using the scripture with witchcraft. This isn't your tribe, honey, so I'm just gonna, preposterous. I didn't already took that person out of here. You're out of here, honey. Thank you. It's hoodoo. It's very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. And the reason why people say stuff like that is because they're not aware. They haven't ascended out of a certain way of thinking. They haven't allowed themselves to look. I'm me at the end of the day. I've never said I was a Christian. I've never said, Jesus, this is that. I don't talk like that. And it's crazy how people like to assume or throw things on you. The whole church was in hoodoo. No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because the church was most definitely founded on hoodoo. Most definitely. The Kojic church in particular. The assumptions are insane. Right, I believe in God, not organized religion. Exactly. I don't even rock with organized spirituality. That's just me, though. The women were gifted and carried that church. Exactly. Very gifted. Anytime a woman walks in her authority and takes charge of her life with spirituality, she's a witch. Anytime. Prophetess is a seer. Exactly. Right there. Yep. They just switch the names to make it fit a narrative. No, it's all the same stuff. Laying hands, Reiki energy. Exactly. Exactly. And which isn't even negative to me. It's okay. Right. Right. They've twisted meanings to fit a narrative so that you can have a certain belief. And those beliefs hold you back. But when you are free from a certain way of being and thinking, you can start to really live. I'm not bound by hell or the thoughts of hell because my mind doesn't go there. I don't care about that. Because I understand that most people are in their personal hell already. They're already in hell. And I'm not going with them. You know what I'm saying? Limiting myself and my abilities, right? As a divine feminine, you have abilities that you were born with, right? It is your God-given right to use them. The issue is you have been conditioned to believe that those abilities that you have are wrong if you don't use them in the church. Because by you using those gifts and abilities in church, they profit off of you. So you become their workhorse. They get the credit and you get nothing. And that's not biblical. Ain't nobody working for free in the Bible. Who doing that? Okay. Your gifts and abilities are for you to take advantage of. That's why you have them. You are to use your gifts and your skills and abilities for you, not just for everybody around you, for you. For you. Because we live in a cause and effect universe, right? Just purchased the Glamour book. Thank you, Miss Diana. Yay! Yeah, she purchased it. That's the first. Congratulations. Thank you so much for purchasing. I can see a big difference when I use Glamour Magic or even speaking over my life. It's shifted a lot. Yes. Glamour Magic is highly effective. And people don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know this type of stuff because it's so powerful. It's so effective. This is why they spew out stuff like, oh, witch. Ah, she's a witch. La, 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 la. I'm not no mother goat. What it do? Thank you, honey. This stuff is highly... Even people who... Even men do this stuff, y'all. Men use glamour too. They do the same stuff. Right? It's just when a woman does it. Thank you, boo. It's just when a woman does it, it's wrong. Oh, Jay-Z definitely uses glamour, honey. Why do you think he changed his hair? He changed his hair to channel. Right? Thank you, boo. He channeled, what's his name? Y'all know the artist I'm talking about. Hey, Dodger Bullets. That's why Jay-Z started to change his hair into those locks. He's channeling, right? Michael Jackson most definitely did glamour. So did Prince. He did it too, right? Thank you. Right? I'll give y'all another example. Pimps do it. Pimps do it. Why do you think so many women who are weak, right? They're weak-minded. They're attracted to that. Hello, they're using glamour, y'all. Right? Really think think about this stuff. You can use your glamour for good or for other stuff. Right? Loving this talk, secret about me. I was very big songwriter and the people in the industry are sick. Huge. On a spiritual level, Mother Goat, I couldn't even imagine the things that go on. The things that go on. Y'all see what it's confirmation from everything I was just talking about. Even Dusty guys use it. Yes! Y'all look at that, see? Right, look, ritual sacrifices. Right. And they do those things for evil. It's evil intent. It's evil intent. I teach the good stuff. I'm a light worker. So I teach the good stuff. The songs I've written and things I've accomplished, you think I'd brag? No, I'm recreating my life. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Absolutely. Yes. That's dang. I wonder what. Gonna have to fill me in on what songs you. I want to know the songs now. Now I'm curious. I want to know the songs now. Yes, I believe what you see. Believe it all. See, and this is why I the turn of events taking place spiritually. This is why I love to see people who are independent or who don't sign those contracts, because that gives them agency. I can tell y'all so much. My platform now control. It's all turning over. Right. Because when you're in those industries, you hand over. Thank you, boo. You hand over your life force and your power. And they become your God. They become your source instead of you. This is why I love social media. This is why I love, how people are independent if they're an artist, because they have control. They have autonomy, right? And this is all I'm about when it comes to women. I want women to have autonomy over your own life, living life how you choose, using your beauty and your gifts and talents to elevate yourself the way you see fit. Not from a man, a job, or none of that other shit. Church, religion. No. Because if you really look around, everything around us as women is trying to take our energy and our power away from us. I'm sick of the shit. Me personally, I'm sick of it. That's why I wrote so many ebooks. Right? I want us to have our own. You never needed a man to survive. Never. That's a lie. Right? You never needed to believe in some sky god to give you things if you're a good girl. Right? The God you've been looking for is already in you. Hi, Liz. The God you've been looking for is already in you. Hello? Hello? The God you've been seeking for so long is right here. Right? The riches and abundance that you've been looking for in a man to do for you, God has already equipped you with all of those things to do in the world, right? Right. Even Jesus said the kingdom is within. Exactly. Both you and Miss Lilith Sheba has transformed my year. Oh, thank you, honey. And I love Lilith. I love her. Love her down. That's my girl. All of these things, they're already inside of you. Everything you need is already inside of you. The riches that you want, the life you desire, right? All your manifestation, it's already in you. It's already in you. Already. And this is the lie that's been told to women for so long. that they had to look elsewhere, that we need a savior, right? There is no horse and carriage. There is no knight in shining armor, honey. You are the knight in shining armor, baby. It's you, and it's always been you. I love the vibe of your life. It looks so, thank you, honey. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. That's why you got to look in the mirror like, always been you the whole time. You've been bamboozled and hoodwinked out of your power and your life force, giving it over to everybody else. It's always been you, boo. Always. Always. And this is why people have such a hard time with independent women or really successful women or even extremely beautiful women, because that's power. The world doesn't like powerful women. Why do you think they hate Kamala Harris so much? They don't like her. They don't like her. They don't like her. They don't like, what's her name? Megan Sussex. I want to respect the princess, okay? Because she do not call me Meghan Markle, baby. That's not my last name. My last name is Sussex, and I respect that. That's why I don't like her, because her position of power, right? When you have a position of, thank you, Simply K. When you have a position of power as a woman, you are a very dangerous person. You become you become a force to be reckoned with when you have power, right? Whether it be social power, because your beauty, the way you look, that's a form of currency. That's a social power, right? This is why you get attacked so much. Whether you have money, economic status, right? Hey, protect your peace. Why is it different for men and women? Well, you have to think about it on an energetic level. Men and women are different. We're not created equal. We're not created the same. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. You have the masculine over there and you got the feminine over here. And those energies operate differently. My husband is handsome and successful and people eat it up. If it was me, I'd get shade. The reason being is because men have this signature. Thank you. Y'all so sweet. Have this signature code about them when it comes to respect. So people, and it's definitely patriarchy. Okay, misogyny and all that jazz. Okay. But as far as men are concerned, like in between men, they have this signature code of respect and how they handle each other. So with men dealing with men, they understand respect. That's their language. That's their unspoken language amongst each other, right? And because women have been subjugated in patriarchy and misogyny, there is a conditioning of thinking that men are superior to you. This is why women look up to men when they have power, because of that respect thing and their own internalized misogyny with that thing that men do with each other, right? So this is why when a woman is powerful, it makes a woman feel inferior, because she feels like on a subconscious level, she's stepping into male territory, because in her understanding, power belongs to men. It doesn't belong to a woman. So this is why when you see a powerful woman, women who believe they are inferior, they have a problem with that. And they'll try to pull you down to their level. And power can come in so many different forms. It doesn't have to just be money. The fact that you have a pretty face or you're attractive can deem social power. So she'll try to pull that down because she already feels inferior. Because most women feel inferior. Most women feel inferior. They do. Most women feel inferior. And this is why you have so many weird dynamics between women. Right? I agree, we have to do better. We do. And this is why when I was on live with Dr. T earlier, I was talking about, those strange dynamics between women because a lot of women, they don't know who they are and they don't understand their own personal power. A lot of times women will look to another woman that they admire and try to emulate and imitate that woman to assume power. Girl, you ever walk in a room and women frown or look mad? Oh yes. That's all the time. That's all the time. I can see them frowning up their nose. I can see them rolling their eyes. I can see it. I don't pay no attention to it, honey, but I definitely see it. My wife will tell you. My wife will tell you, like, we walk in and it's like, I find it hilarious. I find it so funny. Same happens to me all the time. I ignore it. Right, you gotta ignore it. You just have to ignore it. You know, because you know who you are, right? You know. Baby, let me tell you something. I can have $2 in my bank account. You hear me? But I'm that girl. You hear me? I could have $1.57 in my account. I am still that girl, honey. My shoes can come from Target. I am still that girl, honey. Thank you. I feel the energy every time. Yep. We also need to check ourselves. Right. Hold on, let me see. Or how they project you're cocky or think you're all that when you just existed. Right. Hey, first time on your live, loving it. Thank you, Jania, honey. Thank you for following. Yeah, you hold on. They project their own perception of you onto you. Don't internalize it though. You don't have to internalize it. That's the number one thing that helped me with this particular situation is you can't take things personally. Because people are fighting their own battles. So you can't internalize the shit that people try to throw on you. You gotta swerve. You know what I'm like? I'm gonna give you that energy right on back. Thank you, Oma. I always check myself before giving you going anywhere, right? Yeah, definitely check your energy. Make sure you know that you're doing your protection work on yourself before you leave the house. That you're saying I like to say my scriptures, honey. Okay, I'm just now not internalizing it. I always took everything so personal, and I had horrible anxiety. Right, because that's what taking it personally does. Especially, let me tell y'all. So I am a highly sensitive person. Highly sensitive. I feel everything. Oh my God, I feel everything. I feel everything. I feel it all. And I've had to learn when to cut that off because I don't have to absorb everything around me. I don't know if y'all are familiar with human design. I'm a projector by human design with an open sacral chakra. So it's very easy for me to absorb all the energy around me. So a lot of times I have to rest. I have to lay down. I have to chill, relax, and unplug because I'm absorbing so much. Thank you, Mother Goat. I'm absorbing so much energy. You have to learn how to energetically block all that shit, especially if you're highly sensitive. If you're an empath or if you're somebody that can absorb everybody else's energy, you have to unplug. You have to. It's like vital, y'all. Like you have to. Remove myself from people. Yes, I have a 2-hour limit of being around other people. After my 2 hours, it's time to go back home. I gotta reset. Yes, me as well. I'm a generator in human design. So take everything in and sacral dominant. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how you absorb energy and use the energy from other into your cycle, and that is how you generate. You have to unwind sometimes too. Yeah. Like you have to know when to rest. You have to know your body will tell you when to rest. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm a projector by human design. So I have to. I felt that deeply. I say I have to recalibrate my energy. Yeah, you do. Yeah. You do. I might make you a projector. Yes. Okay. So if you know your human design chart as a projector, And there's 3 different types of projector. I forget which one. I think I'm the because I have an open sacral. I forget what my heart center is. But anyway, as a projector, you have to rest. I need to look up my human. Yeah. All you need is your you're gonna put your name and your birth date in it, and you'll be able to know what type of what your human design chart is. You have to rest as a projector. You have to rest. And by me being a person that's energized from my, I think it's okay, so I get my energy from my solar plexus. That's where I get it from. That's not a natural energy for me. I have to will myself through stuff. And I can burn myself out easily if I'm not careful. And this is why I lay down. Sometimes I have to horizontally lay down and allow that energy to come out of the sacral to get my energy back to where I need it, right? As a projector, people really feel y'all's energy before you enter the room. Almost definitely. Being a projector, you pierce into people's spirit. You pierce into people's energetic field. It's not on purpose. That's just your energetic makeup. I do that. When I walk into the room, everybody knows it. It's immediate. And it's not me being conceited. That's the energy I have. You're gonna feel me when I walk in the room. And when I leave, you're gonna feel that my energy's gone. Kind of like whenever the lady with the issue of blood in the Bible, whenever she said, all I have to do is touch on the hem of his garment, right? All I have to do is touch on the hem of Jesus' garment and I'll be healed. That's the kind of energy I have. I'm not even joking, y'all. I'm not. I have been able to detect illness in people just by touching them. I was doing this was a very long time ago. I had this is back when I used to like preach and stuff. I did like little speaking engagements and I would preach. So after I did my thing, this girl's like crying her eyes out in the bathroom. And I hugged her and I immediately felt her digestive issues in her stomach. And I said, I told her what medicine or whatever stuff she needed to do naturally to heal that. She was like, oh my God, like I've been, for the past few months, I've been having issues with her gallbladder or something like that, she said. But I could feel that. Immediately. This one time I was in, it's this store called Dirt Cheap. It closed down. I'm so sad about it. It was back home. But I was standing in front of, behind this lady that was in front of me in the checkout line. And I started to get weak, feeling like I needed something sweet. The lady in front of me was kind of like, I could tell, like, I could energetically see her sugar get low. I asked the lady if her sugar is getting low. She told me yes. I gave her a peppermint. I gave her the peppermint I had in my purse. I could feel this lady's sugar getting low. That's what it's like to be a projector, y'all. I feel everything. I'm a projector by human design. I'm highly sensitive. Right? It's really wild. That's how I feel about myself as well. Very healing aura, but it comes with a lot of tower moments. Oh, yes, because you have to learn how to operate in that gift, because it's not easy. It's not easy to operate in a gift like that. It's just really not. Especially when you have multiple gifts. Along with that, being able to heal someone with your energy, with your own energy, almost like Reiki energy, that is not... You have to be very careful with who you allow in your space. You have to be very careful with energy, period. What you consume, right? What you eat, what you watch, what you consume in your body, the people you allow in your space, the places that you go. You have to be very mindful of that. Yeah, they can make you sick, right? What is going on when you are constantly thinking of someone? Are they manifesting? They are definitely manifesting you. Most definitely. And you have probably not called your energy back to yourself. You have to call your energy back to yourself. Do it as often as possible. Call your energy back to yourself, because that person is manifesting you. And they're probably doing some type of Smex magic to manifest you. Smex magic. Yep, the gut and brain are connected. Eat clean. Right. Yeah, that person's definitely, if you just out of nowhere thinking about somebody that you're not intentionally thinking about, honey, they are manifesting you. Okay. Just recently, this was like a month or so ago, where I used to work. I went over there to grab some clothing, right? And then I ended up, for some reason, texting a girl that I used to work with. But she wasn't there when I went. She said the day before I came, she was asking about me. The girl summoned me. She basically summoned me. Yes, a dude was doing that mixed magic, right? He told me he did the... See? This is why you have to guard your energy. You have to. Because people are... No problem, honey. Hey, Chrissy. Yeah, you have to be very mindful. Especially, like, as far as social media is concerned, there is very powerful energy on this app. On this particular app. Very potent energy here. And you just have to be very careful. You see, I stopped being around him and cut him off. Right, cut him off, honey. Yeah, because there are a lot of people that are teaching people how to do this type of stuff to people on this app. They're teaching it. And so this is why it's so important to make sure that you are guarding yourself and doing your protection work over yourself and using your glamour to protect yourself so that people are not able to siphon your energy when they're looking on your page, right? Now you have your people that's just being, because not everybody is a monitoring spirit. Let's talk about monitoring spirits for a second. So not everybody's a monitoring spirit. Just because you have a person that may follow you, but they don't like anything or they don't share anything or comment, they probably forgot that they followed you. They probably don't see your content enough to even realize that they're still following you. Or you may even see people like watching your stories and stuff. They're probably just watching stories or just being nosy. There's a difference between a person that's being nosy and a monitoring spirit. So let's talk about that. I already got confirmation from spirit long time ago. Yeah. So let's talk about that. We have nosy people and monitoring spirits. These are two different types of people, right? Thank you, Reagan the Witch, honey. Thank you, honey. So nosy people, they just nosy, right? They're curious, right? They just want to see stuff. They just want to, oh, what's she doing today? Okay, whatever. They're just being nosy. But then you have monitoring spirits. So let's talk about that. A monitoring spirit has an agenda. A monitoring spirit always has an agenda. There's always an end result to what they're trying to do. The purpose of a monitoring spirit is to take you out. So they are going to monitor everything you do. And usually with monitoring spirits, they're usually a lot closer to you than you think, because a monitoring spirit needs proximity in order to strike. So a lot of times it's not going to be people who just look on your stories online, not usually. They're going to be people that are close to you that are monitoring spirits, because they need to be right there. They got to be right there. They got to have the right amount of information and intel and vision to see what you're doing, to keep up with what you got going on. But do you think they know that they are being used by spirits to monitor? No. I don't think I think they're cognizant of what they're doing. I don't think that they're cognizant of them being led by a spirit to do those things. I don't think they are. Right? My brother's wife tried to request me on Instagram. Hey, baby love, honey. Yeah, but I don't think these people I don't think these people understand or know that they are compromised by a spirit. I don't think they know that. Monitoring spirits are people that are close by, friendly, and you wouldn't automatically think would be. Exactly, Miss Sarah B. A monitoring spirit is going to be close. It's going to be that coworker at your job that's always asking you questions out of nowhere. Or they want to know invasive things. They want to know personal things about you. Or you just kind of catch them watching you from afar. They're just like watching. Yeah, you can see the spirit on them. Yes, you can. A monitoring spirit has an agenda. It's not a nosy person. Nosy people do nosy people stuff. They just want to see what's up, right? They just whatever, It's really I mean, it's still annoying, right? When you have nosy people just want to know everything, right? The nosy neighbor, right? But if that neighbor was a monitoring spirit, that person would try to get close to you. Is it Leah? Thank you, honey. Leah, thank you. Or they share with you in hopes of sharing with... Exactly, Miss Shay. Exactly. A monitoring spirit wants to get close to you. They want to get as close as possible so they can strike. Because their agenda is to take you out. Right? The agenda of the monitoring spirit at work is to get you fired. The agenda of the monitoring spirit in the friend group is to become the new version of you, or to take your partner or something, or to take your position, or steal from you, or whatever. Thank you, perfect goddess. There's always an agenda with a monitoring spirit. Always an agenda. Hey, Brittany, monitoring spirit to destiny swipe pop line. I'm telling you, yes. That's usually how it starts. They always graduate to new levels of evil, right? Because this stuff is evil. A nosy person isn't an evil person. They just nosy. But a monitoring spirit, that's different. That's different. Like, let's say you see somebody that you like on TikTok, right? Like, okay, for instance, somebody's on their FYP right now, and they just so happen to see my page. They're like, what's all this pink? I want to see what this pink lady talking about. They're getting alive. Right? They're looking up there. They don't really speak yet. They don't give a gift yet. They're just kind of peeping the scene. Right? Then they click on my face up there, and then they look on my page. Like, just, looking around like, And they may see, okay, well, I don't really like her content. And then they go on. That doesn't make them a monitoring spirit. They were just curious. They just wanted to know what the pink lady was doing. What this little pink lady doing, right? That doesn't mean that they're a monitoring spirit because they didn't share, or they didn't, gift, or they didn't engage with me. It just means they just didn't engage, and that's okay. But a monitoring spirit, totally different ball game. Totally different ball game. A monitoring spirit will intentionally look for you online. Like, they'll know your name from work, or they'll meet you somewhere. You've seen them at the bar or something. They looked you up online. Found you. They may not follow you, but they have your name in the search bar. And every day they get on and they see when you go live, when you post. They screenshot stuff, put it in a group chat, try to devise a plan to create some type of lie about you or rumor or whatever to get rid of your page, to get you banned, see when you go live so they can report your lives. That's a monitoring spirit, y'all. That's a monitoring spirit. Curiosity is not a bad thing, but monitoring others is definitely, intent. Yep. It's all about intent. What was the intention? Because there's people that's thinking that you're a monitoring spirit because you looked at their story today. That doesn't make you a monitoring spirit. You just so happen to see their story. Yeah, it is. It's definitely, it's an obsession. Y'all are absolutely right. It's an obsession. It's an obsession. Yes. You can even use, like I was talking about earlier, your glamour magic, right? You can use your glamour to protect you. So every time you put on that particular eyeshadow, or whenever you use a particular eyeshadow palette, you can be like, every time I use this eyeshadow palette, the people that don't like me can't see me that day. Or when I use this eyeshadow palette, may the people who hate me not see me. Right? You do that enough, them people that's been bothering you, they're gonna leave you alone because you keep putting your intention into the eyeshadow palette. When you put that on, they don't see you. Right? Right? Let's see. She keeps following me all around at work, even to the bathroom. Oh, wow. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that person is definitely obsessed. So here's what I want you to do, Miss Nurse, if you're not too afraid to do it. I want you to either use your beauty products that you have, or if you really want her to leave you alone, you put her name in your left shoe. You write her name on a piece of paper, fold it away from you twice, and put it in your left shoe. That lady's going to leave you alone. I promise. And this is for anybody. If you have an issue with a person that's just put her name in your left shoe. She's going to leave you alone. I promise. You ain't going to have to worry about that lady no more, honey. I put holy oil on their work chairs. Okay, look. Is this hoodoo? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. It works, y'all. I'm telling you, it works. Or if you don't want to do that, it's okay, honey. Or if you don't want to do that, you can always recite Psalm 91 right before you go to work. Just recite Psalm 91 3 times. Or you giving out gems or rituals. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. For free. Yes. Psalm 91 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. Psalm 91 3 times. And you can do it as you're rubbing vinegar. I know. Vinegar in your hands. Rub some vinegar. What can I do to get clarity? What do you need clarity about? That's the first question. What is it that you need clarity about? And then we can go from there. This is confirmation for me because I told myself that I have to get back into my rituals. New here. Hey, Cheryl. Get back into your magic. Listen, y'all. If you have stepped back from your magic or your rituals or even your spirituality as a whole, it is very important to get back into it. The world is changing. Life as we know it will never be the same in these next 4 years. I need you to get so engulfed in your energy work and in your spirituality. I need you to just get in it. What's one I can do before bed every night? Psalm 91. So it's going to, though, saying that scripture before you go to bed at night, it's going to protect you in the dream world. And if you really want some protection, get a bowl and put salt in it and slide it under your bed. It's going to absorb all negative energy. Put a bowl of salt under your bed and recite Psalm 91 3 times. The whole thing. The whole Psalm 91 3 times before you go to bed. You want to spice up a little more, put a little lavender oil on your pillow. If you want to spice it up even more, put an amethyst on your nightstand. An amethyst crystal. Put it on your nightstand. Your dreams are going to be vivid. Psalm 91. Yes, ma'am. Psalm 91. Yes, indeed, honey. I think this person did a love spell on me, but we was never together, just a crush. It could have just been just a crush. If it was a love spell, you would be involved with that person in some type of way. I need clarity on my financial future and a new love interest. Book a call with me if you like. You can always book a call with me if you want. You're so knowledgeable. Thank you for sharing this information. It's no problem at all. I love this. I love this. If y'all can't tell, I love this stuff. If you need clarity, Miss Naomi, you can book a call with me because I can most definitely help you with that. Or if you don't want to book a call with me, that's okay. If you have a clear quartz, thank you, Janiyah. Good night, honey. All right. And you can do a white candle. And I need you to sit in silence somewhere and meditate. You'll get your answer. If you don't want to book the call, because you don't have to do that. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you want to get some clarity on your own, clear quartz, white candle, and quiet meditation. But if you want to book the call, link in the bio. As I do, hold on. Where is my... I still do tarot. I do this. I've been feeling that I need to meditate. You feel like your spirit is telling you to meditate, get you a clear quartz and a white candle, meditate. You'll get your answer like that. But y'all can book a call with me. I may start doing my readings again. Thinking about it. Because when I do my readings, I usually go to Facebook and do it. Because my people there know me for that. But I hope I've been helping y'all tonight with this stuff. How to really take your glamour to the next level. Right? You elevating and increasing your glamour may cause you to move out of state, get a better job, get a newer car, find that partner, be in rooms you never thought you'd be in, right? It's real stuff, y'all, and it's in my book, Glamour Galore. Glamour Galore. Y'all go get it. Yes, moving out of state is the next move. Yes, ma'am, honey. That's how you know you're elevating. That's how you know you're elevating. In a lot of cases, you have no choice but to make a physical move, like move out of state or move out of your city. Because your time is up where you are. You have to move to the next level. Sometimes moving to the next level is going to cause you to move. It's going to cause you to move, like physically get out of where you are and be in a whole new environment. Right? It's almost like inevitable when you're ascending. Because a lot of times, your environment plays a really big part in why you're still in your situation. Your environment can affect you in a good way or a bad way. So this is why it's very important to be very mindful of your environment and who you have in your space. It's very important. Right, Pink Eye, is very important. You have to be very mindful of the people you have in your life, the places you allow yourself to go, and even where you live physically, like your location, right? I forget what type of astrology it's called, but thank you, Empress. Thank you, honey. I forget the name of the astrology, but basically there's an astrology form you can do according to your location. Yep, that's what it's called. Astrocartography, yeah. So it's basically you're doing your astrology according to how your life would be according to the location that you want to go, right? I am supposed to be where I'm at right now because of my chart. What's crazy is 15 years ago, I moved to Texas and it just did not work out. That was 15 years ago. Like, my soul knew I was supposed to be in Texas. I was just in the wrong part of Texas. You know what I mean? When I take quizzes, it says Los Angeles. Yep. Well, it looks like you need to be in Los Angeles, ma'am. Do you do readings in... No, I don't do it. I just do it in regular, like, astrology. Basically, reading your astrology chart and helping you heal with your astrology chart. Not astrocartography, not that. Going back, you need to be out there. I've been trying to figure out my lines. Yeah. Y'all have to study it some out there. I've been trying to figure out my lines. Yeah. Y'all have to study it some more. My alarm went off. But even like knowing, we're grateful for you. Thank y'all. Even knowing like what perfection year you're in. That is important. I might just do one of these days when I get my life together, when I get my thoughts together. I'm going to really have to get in my astrology bag again. Y'all, this stuff, astrology can really help you. Like really, 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 really. Hey, Miss Rennie girl, astrology can really help you. Astrology helped me heal on so many levels. Oh my God. Oh my God. How is some way I can protect myself? I already prayed with my white candle. What are you putting in your white candle? Good night, Miss Tamisha. What are you putting in your white candle? Let's start there. Because that makes a difference in the potency of your protection prayers and stuff too. What are you putting in it? Baby.
Are you still alive?
Mm-hmm. Hey, baby. Give me kisses. You just walked in? You hungry?
Yeah, but you good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna study.
Okay. Well, I'll fix you something in a bit when I'm off live.
I appreciate it.
You can add herbs, oils, carvings. Exactly. Exactly. So, let's get into it. You taking my blanket? Mm-hmm. All right. I'll let you take it today. Oh, crap. I can't find my white candle. Hold on. Where is that? That ain't it. I don't know. All right. Grr. All right. So I don't really use stick candles anymore because I don't do my big rituals I used to do for people. But you can either use tea light candles if you want to do something really quick, or you can get a 7-day candle. So if you're doing a protection prayer or a protection ritual, right? Olive oil, salt. You can even use like basil and or a bay leaf. You can crunch up a bay leaf. Or you can use like a eucalyptus leaf or something like that. And just sprinkle it. Right? Mm-hmm. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get a brown paper bag. It's real potent when you use a piece of brown paper bag, or you can just get a regular piece of paper. But I like to use a brown paper bag and pencil. Now, if you don't have pencil and brown paper bag, just use a regular piece of paper and pen. You're going to write your name around the paper 8 times. And then you're going to put your birth date in the corners of the paper. And then you're going to write down your declaration of protection over yourself. You're going to write it down, right? You're going to read it. You're going to fold it towards you because you want protection, right? Twice. Put the paper there, and then you put the candle on top of the paper like that. Then you're going to snip a little piece of that wick off that candle, off that 7-day candle, because you know 7-day candle about this big. Then you're going to light the candle, and then you're going to go over the flame, and you're going to recite Psalm 91 3 times. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Like, speak into the flame. Don't spit all over the flame, you know what I mean? But speak into it. Write our name in a circle? Yes. Write your name in a circle. So you're going to write your name, that's my male, all along the sides of it, like that. And then you're going to write your declaration of protection in the middle. You missed the paper bag part? It's all right. If you don't have a brown paper bag, it's okay. Yes, definitely cleanse the candle first. You can do that with Palo Santo or something like that. Or if you have some Florida water, you can do it with that too. But definitely cleanse the candle. I will go get one. Yes. Definitely do that. Now that's protection. Because you have different things you can do. You can do a return to sender if you're trying to return energy to someone that they've been giving you. You can do it without the brown paper bag. Yeah, honey, if you just have a regular piece of paper, like out of a notebook or something like that, you can use that. That's fine. Ooh. How do I remove someone's energy away from me? Ooh, I love stuff like this. All right. Let me see if I can find... Oh, shit, hold on. Because I just bought me some more candles, and I'm trying to see if I put it under my desk. Hold on. I could have sworn I did, girl. What happened to my candle? Okay, I think this is one. Got the white candle here. That's for protection and all this stuff. Now, where's my red one? Okay, so to remove someone's energy away from you. So you can do this in a lot of different ways. Y'all ready? All right. Now, you can do a vinegar wash when you're just washing your hands with vinegar, reciting Psalm 91. You can do it like that. That's real quick and easy, right? Or you can do a return to sender. Okay? So you're going to get a red 7-day candle like this. It's going to look just like this. All right? Same rules apply. But only this time, you're going to write that person's name around the paper. So if you're trying to get someone's energy off of you, you're going to do a return to sender. And you're going to write their name around the paper. So write their name around the paper. And you can write down the whole situation that's going on with that person, right? The whole thing. If you have their birthday, put it at the corners of the paper. If you have their birthday. If you don't, that's fine. But as long as you got the person's name, that's cool. All right? Where's my baby? Hold on, I'm looking for my Bible. All right? Where's my baby? Hold on, I'm looking for my Bible, y'all. I'll be right back. I actually got some candles going right now. I gotta go grab my Bible out my kitchen. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all stay. Don't leave. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, I want you some fruit too. I want you some fruit too. Okay. All right, y'all. My lip blanket falling off my chair. All right. Okay, so I got my Bible. It's pink. Y'all know my Bible pink. All right. We're going to turn to Psalm. I think it's 35, yeah. You can either use Psalm 35 or I think it's Psalm 56. Hold on, let me see. Not 51. Oh, what? Yes. You can either use Psalm 35 or 56 when you do a return to sender. All right. Trying to find that one. And if you want to go in for real, if you really want to return some stuff to them, Isaiah. Whoo, baby, Isaiah is something serious. Yeah, 35 or 56, either one's good. But if you really want to do some stuff, Isaiah. The book of Isaiah. Girl. Whoo. You want to go with Isaiah? I got you. And I think it's Isaiah 2. Let me look and see. Hold on, because this is Song of Solomon right here. Yeah, if you really want to do some stuff. See, they don't want y'all to know stuff like this. They don't want people to know this. This man has a stubborn spirit. Oh, he's stubborn with it, huh? Okay, hold on. He's stubborn with it, huh? Okay. He ain't got no understanding. You might have to use a black candle with that one. You might have to just go black candle with that situation, okay? Hold on. Ooh. Isaiah 13. Yeah, you might want to do Isaiah 13, black candle. Now, for that one, black candle, right? Olive oil, vinegar, hot sauce, cayenne pepper, regular pepper. Okay? Right? I'm thinking cord cutting, but I don't think you're going to need a cord cutting for that one. Nah. Just do this, yeah. Well, chapter 13. Chapter 13. Okay? Same deal. Black candle, olive oil, vinegar, hot sauce, cayenne pepper. You can use regular pepper if you want. Sprinkle it all in there, boo. His name, birthday if you got it, the situation. You want to look. Okay? Then what you're going to do, before you get started with the actual thing, you're going to recite 23. That's something I want to say too. Before you do the actual ritual, make sure you're reciting Psalm 23. That prayer in scripture is going to clear everything out. That's what I noticed. Like before I do any of my workings, I start with that scripture right there. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Then you do all your other stuff. So before you start, you're going to have all your stuff ready. You're going to prep your candle and everything. You're going to recite Psalm 23 first. Then you're going to burn the candle. You're going to snip the top, burn the candle. Then you're going to speak into the flame Isaiah 13. You're going to speak into the flame Isaiah 13. You can write his names and the intentions, burn the paper, put in ground will break soul ties. Right, Miss Alexis? You are absolutely right. Has anyone told you look like Sky Jackson? That's a first, but thank you. I think she's super cute. I actually have a niece who looks exactly like her. I have a niece who looks exactly like her. So weird you said that, but thank you. So yeah. So once you, now this is for you to get energy off of you, right? Thank you. So after you recite Isaiah 13 3 times, you're just gonna start talking. Then you're gonna, after that, you're gonna start talking about the situation. Cause see, when I'm doing either, if I'm doing like return to senders or something to protect me from another person, or I'm angry about something and whatever, I'm using all that energy to, I'm cussing, I'm doing all that. I ain't gonna lie. I cuss. I mother middle all in the candle while it's burning. Flame be going, girl. You look. Cussing, you hear me? Cause stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Like I be, look, you gotta be dead ass when you're doing this stuff. Like, perfect example. So I did I got a money counter going. And especially when I'm doing my prosperity work, I don't play. I want my stuff. And the candle started like getting low. So sometimes I can manipulate a flame and make it go higher. I looked at the flame and I do my little thing. And I'm like, you better stop playing with me and you better start lighting up. And I walked in the next morning and it was lit up. You hear me? You have to, how does that scripture say it? How do they say it? As above, so below. Where's that scripture? It's Matthew 5, I think. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. We getting into some, child, we getting into how long do we keep the candle burning? I keep the candle burning until it's burned out. 7-day candles may typically burn in 4 days. It just depends. You have to will it. Exactly. Right? Where is that scripture at? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it already is in heaven. You gotta pull that shit down. You gotta pull it down. Hey, where's my stuff? That's how I come. I want my stuff. Like, where is it? I'm not about to sit here and tarry in the spirit. I want it. Because if I didn't want it, I wouldn't be asking for it. I wouldn't be doing this stuff. Where's my stuff? I'm not playing. Thank you. Thank you in advance. But I want my stuff. Because a lot of times, let me tell y'all something. See, this is something that people don't understand as well. A lot of your shit is tied up there. Because you haven't tapped in. A lot of your shit that belongs to you, that's legally yours in the spirit, because there's a whole legal system that goes on in the spirit. A lot of people don't know that, but there is. Like everything you see on earth, as far as the judicial system, prison system, that shit exists in the spirit already, and it's been like that for eons. You got a lot of shit up there that's tied up in the spirit realm or the heaven realm, right? And it's your shit with your name on it. God's got a blessing with your name on it. No, they ain't playing no games about that. God have a bunch of blessings with your name on it, and it's tied up there because you don't know how to pull it down. You gotta pull it down spiritually. Hey, I want what's mine. You have to come boldly before the throne, like how the Bible tell you to come. You ain't gonna, anybody coming to me begging or calling me like, oh, I think it's mine. Oh, can I have it? I'm gonna be like, what you doing? And that's how a lot of people go before the divine. No. You are a God particle. This is your stuff. It's yours. You are created in God's image and likeness. It's your stuff. You go in there like it's yours. It's yours, ain't it? Hello? And they don't teach this because they don't want you to know how powerful you actually are. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that. This is why they don't like when women know spiritual things or women have certain spiritual practices, right? They call it witchcraft. Because we know how to will things into existence. They don't want you to know how to do that. What are some signs that someone is manifesting you? If they pop up in your mind or in your dream world, they are manifesting you. A thought about them, or even a song y'all may have listened to together, that you just automatically hear that, you just hear that out of nowhere, they manifesting you. Or you just get this unction to talk to the person, or to be like, I wonder how they doing. They're manifesting you. And this is why it's so important whenever you have dealt with a person, especially in romantic relationships, get rid of everything that is attached to their energy. Clothing, items, all of that. Get rid of it. So that way there's no lingering energy. Thank you, honey. Yes, because this man pops in my head when I am not even thinking about him. Right. Because you probably have energies around you with his energy, like attached to a thing. You know what I mean? It's this guy that always pop in my dreams. Always see his name, B-Day, his BM. It was only a crush. Yeah, yeah. Listen, ladies. A lot of these guys are natural warlocks. They know how to spiritually manipulate energy to get what they want from women. They know how to do this stuff energetically. Because like I've said in a few videos on my page, that men naturally siphon energy from women. They need feminine energy to thrive. So they know how to do this stuff, especially Southern men. Yes, Miss Alexis, I'm from Louisiana. Those men know who do. They know it. They may try to lie and play around like they don't. They know it. They know it. They know it. Right? The guy that I was with many years before I met my wife, he would keep my underwear under his mattress. I didn't even know he was doing that until toward the end of the relationship. We kept breaking up and getting back together, breaking up, and I didn't understand what was going on. This man kept my underwear underneath his mattress. Yep. They know. They know, y'all. They know. This is why also when you're dating a guy, or you've been seeing him for a while, he'll kind of leave his stuff. He left his hat. He left his shoes. He left his whatever. They do that on purpose. It's energetic. What about women? Because I think it's happening to me with my ex. Same thing. This is why it's so important to energetically cut yourself off from people by doing this type of stuff. It's to protect you, right? Do your protection stuff, Lau. Do your protection. Get your white candle. Do your return to sender, right? So for sure he doing witchcraft. I've been saying this. I had to block him on IG. He was stalking me. Yeah. Believe it, y'all. I don't put anything past anyone. Everybody knows a little bit of witchcraft. Everybody knows something. That's how my mind is wired. Everybody know a little bit of something. And people will use this shit to their advantage to get what they want. So this is why I encourage women to use it to their advantage. Because so you won't be left out in the dark, or you won't be left vulnerable to people's spiritual attacks. Right? You gotta arm yourself with information. You know what I'm saying? For one, they say you belong to me. Oh, baby. Oh, no. This is why you got to watch. You got to watch. You know, when y'all doing it to these men, y'all doing the do and he telling you whose is it and all this stuff, right? He's performing Smex magic over you, right? You mind, right? You got to watch that. If that person is not connected with you on a soul level, you don't need to be proclaiming that over yourself. Right, and sometimes you don't even need to have smacks. Sometimes it's all mental. You know what I'm saying? They could be, hand playing with back to your picture. You know what I'm saying? They could be looking at your Instagram pictures and pleasuring themselves. People are, look, hey, women do it too. It ain't just men that do it. Women do it too. Trying to manifest the man in their life. They hand playing to the man pictures on Instagram and all that stuff. People even say me and the baby mother favor each other. I see her often in public. I want to stop this. Yeah, do that. So you have that, because you can do multiple workings at once. You don't have to just do one thing at a time. You can do your protection with your white candle. You can also do your return to sender or your keep away stuff. I just had my candles. Where they went? Oh. So you can do your return to sender if you want to do that. Or you can do a keep away with the black candle. Now, it's not just a one-time thing, y'all. If you want this stuff to be effective, you're going to have to keep doing it. Especially if you're not accustomed to doing it all the time. You're going to have to do it regularly until the work is done. Do you have any songs for road opening? Ooh. Made it a proverb for that one. Hold on. Let's see. A road opener. Hold on. That is Psalm 19. These were, ooh, I do like that. Let's see. Ooh, pure. Ooh, hold on. I like Psalm 19, honey. I like Psalm 19. Hold on, I like that. That might be a good one. Hold on, let me see. I want to do more glamour magic. I've only been listening to subliminals. Let's see, yeah. Get in the mirror. Do mirror work. Mirror work will help you with your glamour. Mirror work. Get a handheld mirror or look in your, glamour magic. So let's talk about it a little bit while I'm looking for another song for a road opener. So glamour magic is a practice that you use to enhance your appearance or your presence in order to get certain manifestations. Like if you want people to respond to you a certain way, if you want to attract opportunities to yourself, you can even use it for prosperity and money and abundance, right? The best scripture for prosperity is Psalm 23. I am telling you, it is the best. The absolute best. Oh my God. Now, there's so many other ones, right? You can go in Proverbs. The entire book of Proverbs is awesome for prosperity. Proverbs. Protection and protection, healing, and return to sender, Psalms. Prosperity, Proverbs. But that Psalm 23, prosperity, baby. Oh yes. Thank you for the follow, honey. Hold on, I'm looking for that road opener. Where is that? Hold on. So I said Psalm 19. That one was a pretty good one. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. 72. Psalm 72. Road opener, Psalm 72. Now, yeah. That one's really good. For a road opener, Psalm 72. Write it down. Yes, honey. Yeah, that one's, Psalm 72. Really good. Now, for prosperity, let's look at some Proverbs. I like how practical Proverbs is. I love how practical it is. Now, you can do Proverbs 3:13 through 18. That's really good for prosperity. Psalms is for prosperity, protection, and healing. You can find a lot of healing stuff in Psalms. Prosperity, I found one. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 13 through 18. That's a good prosperity one. Hold on, let me see. Y'all can, Proverb 13, 14. Let's see, look, I got it all like highlighted. All the little different ones highlighted. Hold on, let's see. That's 14. Psalm 16. I'm sorry, Proverbs 16. Sorry about that. There's even some stuff in the New Testament you can use too. Hold on, let's see. Do you have any psalm for my previous question about skin issues? Oh, I didn't see that, honey. You had a question about skin issues? I'm sorry. Hold on. Ooh. Song of Solomon. Let's look up Song of Solomon. Let's go. Now, Song of Solomon is that very, very tiny book right before Isaiah. Chapter 4. Because this entire book is talking about Solomon and the woman he was getting ready to marry. They're going back and forth, talking about each other and the beauty and the energy between the two of them. And he is, in chapter 4, he is like just admonishing her with, thank you, honey, with all kinds of compliments. And he even has an entire a list of herbs right here, right, in regards to glamour and beauty. It's chapter 4, verses 13 through 15. Let's read it, y'all. Y'all ready? Because they say shit like this ain't in the Bible. And yes, it is. I'm reading Song of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 13. Now, you can actually, if you want to, Miss Naomi, you can turn this into a little herbal situation to help you with your skin. You can put it in your bath as a spiritual bath, okay? Your plants are an orchid of pomegranates with choice fruits, with henna and nard and saffron, calamus and cinnamon, with every kind of incense tree, with myrrh and aloes, and all the finest spices. You are a garden fountain, a well of flowing water streaming down from Lebanon. Now, if that's not a beauty ritual, I don't know what is. If that's not ingredients that you can use in your glamour magic, I don't know what is. That's how he described her. Psalm for manifesting your desires. Psalm 23. Psalm 23. That's probably one of the most powerful scriptures in the whole Psalm. Psalm 23. No problem, Miss Naomi, because it covers everything. Notice how in the toward the end he talks about, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. You're manifesting your desires. And not only are you manifesting what you desire, you're manifesting it being done in front of people that doubted you. My kids know it by heart, right? Psalm 23 is very effective. You can literally use it for anything. You can use that shit for anything, right? But Song of Solomon, you having issues with how you look, skin problems, acne, y'all, get in Song of Solomon 4. And you can use all of the stuff he listed in that last part of the chapter 4. You can use that. You can mix all those herbs together and create something for your skin. You can create something for your hair, whatever. Y'all better get into the stuff. Okay. Get the book. Get the book. Get Glamour Galore. It's in the bio, y'all. Get it. Get it. Get it. It's really good stuff. This is the type of stuff I teach in the book. This is the type of stuff I teach. And you can always go back to it for point of reference. And I put a ritual in there that I created and specifically used on a weekly basis for years. And it totally changed my life. Totally changed my life. Before I started doing, let me tell y'all, before I started doing my rituals and took them seriously like that, I had just lost my car. My car had broke down. Lord, lost my job. Jesus. Oh, my life was a mess. And I was like, with all this knowledge I have, I'm about to turn this into something. No. So then I really started to study. I started studying all of my stuff. I know tarot, astrology, all that stuff. And I created a whole business. I created my spiritual business, right? And then with all the knowledge I knew about rituals, people were asking me. I never was like, if y'all want rituals done, let me know. People were asking me to do workings for them. And I did. And these people were getting cars, houses, their marriages were restored. All kinds of stuff was happening. I was like, hold on. So then I had to unlock some stuff within my own subconscious and started to change some stuff in my own life. So that's whenever I really took the stuff seriously. My life just changed. I was little old Louisiana, in a small town with less than 10,000 people. I live in Dallas, Texas now. Married to the love of my life. Making way more money than I made before. You from Fort Worth? Okay. I can't make none of this shit up. Even if I tried to. If I can, and I'm not gonna have my kids on here, but they will tell you. My kids will tell you. Yeah, my mama, she do her stuff and boom. Wow, I visited in 2023. Fort Worth girly here. Okay, look at y'all in Fort Worth. I'm here in Dallas, y'all. Look at that. Okay, I see y'all. Hey, boo. I want to, maybe when I reach a certain amount of followers on here, I want to eventually have some type of event. You know what I mean? Where I can meet you guys. We eat, we talk, we laugh, we have a good time. I want to do that. I live in, okay. I'm from, okay, I see. Okay. I'll eventually, I don't know the number of subscribers just yet, but I definitely want to do something like that where I can have, the ladies that are in the surrounding areas, we just vibe, you know what I mean? We come, sit, eat, laugh. Maybe I'll do like a whole little spiel. You know what I mean? Thank you, Goddess Babe. Right, yeah. Maybe have vendors, If you ladies have a business and then you want to promote your business or you want to sell your products or your merchandise, you can do it at the event. I think that'll be so cool, right? I think that'll be dope. Yeah, let me build my platform a little more so I can, because I really want to do something great like that for the women in Dallas, the community. You know what I mean? Oh, that's so nice of you to think about us. I love y'all. I love it here. I love the support that you get on this app. You guys are great. I'm gonna cry. I love y'all. This was fun. I definitely want to do this again. I absolutely love glamour. I love spirituality. I love my Bible. Looking so gorgeous. Thank you, honey. I love using the Bible to manifest the things that I want. You know what I mean? Girl, 20 ladies starting off is an event. Start small with the subs. You know what? You're right, Miss Goddess Babe. I'm going to get that book next week. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Rennie. Y'all grab the ebook, y'all. It's a lot of the Pretty in Pink celebration. Y'all just coming up with ideas. Y'all better. I come up with this event. Y'all better be there. I better see y'all. Okay? I better see your face. I better see y'all. If I come up with an event, y'all better come. Y'all get the ebook. Everything that I basically talked about tonight is in the ebook. I didn't put as many scriptures in there, but I definitely talk about it. I love this. I do quote off Pretty Pink Mindset. Yes, Pretty Pink Mindset. Good evening. Thank you for your book. It was a great read. Oh, thank you, honey. Even the removal stuff. No, I don't have the, hold on. Yes, I did put that. I put how to protect yourself, how to protect your glamour. Yes, that's in the book. So in the book, I talk about how to do glamour magic. And I also talk about, I'm trying to accept your, it be like blocking y'all's comments sometimes. I also put how to protect yourself from other people trying to use glamour magic against you. I have that in there too. I have how you do that. Grab it. It's called Glamour Galore. It's a little pink book with a little lady on it. She has like purple and stuff on. It's called Glamour Galore. How to increase your glamour to manifest and live the life you want. Because, I mean, why else would we have access to all this stuff? Yeah, it's in the link is in my bio. Thank you, honey. Yeah, everything is available now. And if you need help with learning how to do makeup, like if you really want to get good doing your makeup, my book, Stay Pretty, is for that. I have a book called Stay Pretty because I have like tons of skincare tips and beauty tips and how to shade match and undertones. That's in the Stay Pretty ebook. That book is like $10. Y'all can get that. Little undertones. That's in the Stay Pretty ebook. That book is like $10. Y'all can get that. Little ebook. Y'all hear me? Little ebook. Y'all hear me? Shade matching. Yeah, that's in the Stay Pretty book. Shade matching, learning how to care for your skin type, eyeshadow colors and all that stuff. That's in that book. Color theory, what colors go best with each other, the color wheel, all that. What colors complement skin tones, the perfect shade of lipstick, all that shit is in that book. So I know this too is stuff that, ladies want to learn about. Like, what? Okay, I want to learn how to do my makeup, but I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do foundation. I don't know how to blend. I don't know how to get the Stay Pretty ebook. So you can stay pretty. Yeah, girl. So we got the Stay Pretty ebook teaching you how to do your makeup. And then we have the Glamour Galore teaching you how to take that skill to a whole new level with glamour magic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. Well, this was fun, y'all. But I gotta go. I love y'all. Please support. Thank you for everybody who stayed and who vibed out with me, who got the information they needed to get. I absolutely love doing this. Y'all know I love doing this. And thank you to everybody who supports. Buy the book. The ebooks are available now. Link is in the bio. If you need a coaching call with me, y'all go ahead and book that and just let me know what time you need it to be done. I may bring back my tarot readings. I don't know. Maybe bring back my astrology readings. I don't know about that either. But y'all can always book a call with me if y'all need me. I love y'all. All right? Love y'all. Hey, mermaid treasures. You caught me late, girl. I'm about to go. Caught me late, girl. I love y'all. And y'all have a great and wonderful Friday night. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.